Hi, Sue Wilson. I've got a lovely card using gilding flakes with a really cool technique I kind of discovered purely by accident, but I really like it, so I want to share it with you. This is what we'll be using in today's video, the All the Best Mini Shadowed Sentiment. I'm going to use the Tina triple layering border on the sides. For the focal element, I'm using Vivienne from the Frames and Tags. And I'm going to be doing a bit of embossing with the Brambled Rose embossing folder. Okay, I'm going to start out with some gilding flakes. So this is Summer Meadow. And what I've done is I've just covered a piece of white card with a sticky adhesive sheet. So we're going to pop that off. And I tell you, let's see. I think I'll put that on there, just to try and keep it a little bit neater. So I'm going to take some of the Summer Meadow, and these are beautiful colors. They've superheated these, so you get a lot of that blue and that green coming through there. Let's see, kind of move it around in different spots. I'll leave that for the moment. I might need a little bit more. Piece of Rubit Scrubit. So I'm just going to adhere that to the sticky adhesive sheet. And move that all around so you get all that fun patterning come up too. There we go, a little bit more in these corners. There we go. And you can take that sort of dusty particles and move them back over there as well. Sort of move them around. Oops. Tiny bit more up here. You want to make sure you get all of your sticky really well covered. And then take the Rubit Scrubit and sort of refine the extra bit off. Okay. Let's see. Get that down in the corners. Okay, I know it's a little messy, but it's fun messy. Let's see if I can pop that right back into the container, because even that powdery part is nice and easy to use. Now the really dusty part, not so much. And I am going to take a piece of kitchen roll and just tidy my area a little bit while we're here. Okay, now, so I've got this covered with the Summer Meadow, and I'll give you a quick measurement. I can dig out my ruler here. So this is 7.5 inches by just a hair under 5.5. So what we want to do next is emboss that. So I'm going to bring in the Brambled Rose embossing folder. I want to make sure which side's going upwards. That's it. Pop that down into place, and it's a very random pattern, so you can put it anywhere in there. Double check that. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put that onto the large white platen on the platinum and cover it with the raspberry adapter. Give it a quick run through, and just get underneath it there. You'll have to sort of peel it off. And I love it just like this, but you really can't see the pattern. You can see it's patterned, but not quite. So one of the things you can do, let me move all this, is bring in a black soot, Distress Oxide, straight from the pad, and lightly go over the top of this. Okay? And that brings up that pattern, but you can still see all that gorgeous gilding flake below in the different colors. Okay, now the experiment with this was I tried to dry it, and it just doesn't seem to dry. It doesn't want to evaporate on that. So step 2 of this technique is tidy up your fingers, bring in a piece of copy paper that's clean. Tell you what, we'll fold it the other way. And what we're going to do is coat it with some clear embossing powder. So that'll do a couple things. The embossing powder will stick to the gilding flake and the Oxide because it stays wet for quite a while. But it'll encapsulate that so it won't come off, which is one thing. Plus it'll give it a really cool shiny look. So I'm going to just put this back into the container so we don't waste it. Pop that to the side. Let me clean up my Oxide here. There we go. And I'm going to bring in my embossing tool. Get it nice and warm. And we're going to start to emboss. Now what I do, it's going to be nice and warm at this point, but I pick it up and just sort of tilt it, make sure I've got everything. If you spot any areas where it's still powdery, you can go back. That looks pretty good. Now it does curl a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of matting here and bring in my double-sided tape hiding underneath. And I just do it this way while that cools. I'll go this direction. Put a black mat on that. That should be enough to do that. And lean in a little bit. Let me see how close I am on this side. That'll work. That should hold it. I didn't get it right into the corners, but you can do a little bending there. So you can see that lovely design comes through, but it almost gives it a really vintage look. I think it's so pretty. I'm quite enamored with this now. All right, so I'm going to bring in my backing, get my extra flake off of that. I've just used some white card and some black card as a mat, and I tell you what, my fingers are still a little bit covered in black soot, so let me just see, if I get that off so I don't transfer it everywhere. There we go. Okay. Mounting foam and my white paper pierced mat there. Okay. Bring that in, pop that into place there. Okay, give it a nice press down. We're going to come back to that in a moment. So I'm going to go to the Tina die. Now I've cut the Tina in white on the top, black on the center. So we're going to put those two together. Get all my little bits off of there. Still a little bit untidy here. There we go. Sorry about that. Use a bit of spray glue on the back of the white one, which is your top layer. I'm going to seat that right over the black one and just sort of see the centers through it. They're kind of hard to see in the black, but get the idea. There we go. Got a bit of extra glue there. Okay, give that a second. Bring in the outside cutting edge, put that around, and where did we go? There we are. Tape it into place. Just get that lined up. Grab that side. In fact, I've got some extra tape here. Use that. Like that. And I have got a hair bit extra glue on that. We'll use a adhesive remover on that. Okay, bring in my cutting plates. Base plate down. Put this one on there. And let's see. Undo that. There we go. Put our backing piece onto our magnetic sheet there. That away. And what I've done is on the backing piece, I've used that same summer meadow. So we've got that same little look coming through here. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this, around the edge. There we go. Pop that up and put that right over that. You'll see that lovely look coming through there. Get that straight. There we go. Give that a second. Got some bits coming through that and a little bit of extra glue that seeped out. So I'm going to give that a second to dry, and we can take that away with the adhesive remover. And I've got the other one I did earlier. So we'll start with this one. I'm going to go ahead and put these onto the sides. I'm going to use a little bit of glue on my foam, and that'll help stick it onto that quite nicely. There we go. And the backing on this one. Okay. Pop that down. There we go. Like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the vivienne, give that a second to set up, and I've gone ahead and cut vivienne using the outside cutting edge, skipping the decorative edge, and using the inside cutting edge on that. Okay, so that gives me this piece here. Then I've cut a backing piece for her that's just done with the smaller of the cutting edges inside here. So you've got a large one, a decorative one, and a smaller one. So I've cut that on the back. I just want to back it with the white. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here, and we can pop some around the edges here to hold the sides in. Put that into place right over the background. Give that a second to set up. Okay, and I've used the 3 outside cutting edges with the decorative one in the middle there. So I've got the cutting edge, and the decorative one for that. I'll use a bit of spray glue on the back since it's more detailed. Going to seat that around the edge, give it a really pretty frame, and tie in that black. There we go. Let's get that straight. If you're not exactly even, you can take a black marker around the edge too. That is always a nice way to hide that white edge. There we go. Stay. And a piece of mounting foam in the middle there. Let's just cut one here. We're going to pop that right in the center. In fact, I'm going to use a little bit of glue because we have that embossing there. Make sure that holds nicely. There we go. I've done the center using this piece here, just cut out of a sticky adhesive sheet that I've coated with the same Summer Meadow Gilding Flakes. So I'm tying in that same color combination. We use that right in the middle of that. And we've got the All the Best here. Let's use our little sticky guy. Pick these up and add a bit of glue to them. So I've cut them in the black card and just shadowed them on the white card. There we go. So all, go right at the top here. I'll do Best at the bottom. There we go. And the right in the middle. There you go. Super quick and easy. Now if you want to add a couple little flowers to that or embellish it, add some pearls, you're done. But I love that vintage sort of look to the background with the gilding flakes and the embossing. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and look for us again on our YouTube channel.